In America, black people are treated very much as the Vietnamese people or any other colonized people because we're brutalized. The police in our community occupy our area, our community, as a foreign troop occupies territory. And the police are there not to, in our community, not to promote our welfare or for our security and our safety, but they're there to contain us, to brutalize us and murder us. Because they have their orders to do so. And just as the soldiers in Vietnam have their orders to destroy the Vietnamese people. The police in our community couldn't possibly be there to protect our property because we own no property. They couldn't possibly be there to see that we receive the due process of law for the simple reason that the police themselves deny us the due process of law. And so it's very apparent that the police are only in our community, not for our security, but the security of the business owners in the community, and also to see that the status quo is kept intact.
Overseer, 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 officer, yeah, officer from overseer.
Peace. Back with
another one
of my installments. Let's talk about it. In that clip, you just heard R.I.P. Huey P Newton bringing similarities to how the Vietnamese were treated back in those days in comparison to black people. And it's still going on to this day. Black people are pretty much being treated as if the laws are not set in place for them. Well, they're set in place to be enforced on black people, but not really to reap the benefits of it. And throughout the course of time where I believe the open carry laws changed after the Black Panthers went to the Capitol in California, hunting, you had to get a hunting permit after black people were so successful hunting without the permit. So throughout history, you will see that once we start catching up, we meaning black people, they start switching up the tempo. But February 17th, 1942 is Huey P Newton's birthday. And that's why I came on here and I grabbed a clip of what he was saying. And I totally agree with what was being said here. And really the creation, like I said in another video that I released this month in February about Huey P Newton, is the organization of the Black Panthers was created in order to police the police. The police seem to not be fair when it comes to the treatment of black people. They will allow white people to handle them a certain way, talk to them a certain way, but once a black person starts talking to them in a way that they do not like, which your First Amendment right grants you freedom of speech. But this goes back to what I was saying as far as the laws are not really put in place for black people to utilize. It's more for black people to be enforced on black people. So once you start talking to them in anger, they get offended and then things go left. But there are videos of white people stealing police cars. And not a shot fired. Not a shot fired. But then we have, George Floyd, where he's laying on the floor and he's not doing anything. But the officer feels like in order to keep him contained, he has the knee on his neck. So, you know, R.I.P. to Huey P. Newton, man. He was taken off the planet before his time. I know that people are going to say that he died of an overdose, but that's BS. They wanted to do everything that they can to dismantle the Black Panther Party, and they did, because they were scared of black unity. And not only black unity, the same thing that happened with Fred Hampton, where he was trying to bring poor people together. The same thing that happened with Martin Luther King, when he was trying to bring poor people together, not just black people. The same thing that happened when Malcolm X came back from Mecca and had a different perspective. Once these groups started to try to unify everybody as a whole and try to direct their attention to the real enemy, you see what happened. So, R.I.P. to Huey P. Newton. Shout out to the Black Panther Party, whoever is real out there and still holding it down. You know, the principles that were created were definitely something that everyone should take heed to. But this is just my 2 cents added on. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, peace.